find your community and you'll definitely find your family here.
I'm a first generation, so I don't know what to expect in college in general. And having it all be online and virtual when I'm more like a hands-on and physical learner is definitely more difficult. I never had like the college experience of getting accepted or rejected, or like trying to research which college would be best for me, or research like their placements kind of. So I didn't have any like thoughts about UCLA accepting or rejecting me.
I first went to UCSB, which was an amazing experience. I really met amazing people. UCLA has always been my dream school, like since high school. My desire to transfer to UCLA was a little bigger when I first started college, because I got to meet a lot of good friends, and it was kind of sad to leave them and moving into a new atmosphere.
I didn't really finish high school when I transferred to college. I was a native of Indonesia, so I come to the US at age 17 before my 12th grade. And then I kind of finished like my high school diploma there in college before I moved here to UCLA.
We put on buses and advertisements, #1 transfer friendly institution, and we admit the most transfers out of all the UCs. It wasn't until like orientation and then meeting Heather Adams, of course, and then knowing that a transfer student center exists, that I started to like pick up on like a culture here that is very unique at UCLA, which is like embracing transfer identity, embracing that I came from community college.
I think the most helpful resource, probably like the posts on social media. That's what I keep up with the most, especially like if like the people running the social medias are like engaged and involved and like answering DMs and questions.
I didn't know much about transitioning process in general, and I did get to ask a lot of questions to other transfer students.
Like a university is just so different from like a Cal State, from like a community college, and they just all have their own different resources. Like still, I'm very confused about how UCLA works. I'm very confused about the resources they offer, and I'm very confused about everything kind of.
Navigating like resources, etc. It's a good problem to have. It's a lot of resources. It's just a matter of finding that out. Once you get to a university space, we in community college, we're like, okay, I have to take the IGETC. I have to make sure I take my major prep classes. I have to do this and that, like, so that I can get into a university space. Once you're in the university space, there's no pathway. So this is the Transfer Leadership Coalition, which is a group of student activists and student organizations that come together to increase transfer awareness and transfer friendliness amongst not just orgs, but administrations. And then this is the logo for the Transfer Student Center. So there are two different entities. Transfer Student Center is an actual department on campus. It's in Kirchhoff. Transfer Student Center is something that I feel that more transfer students should be aware of. It's a whole space dedicated to your identity, dedicated to your needs, specifically for your 2-year timeline and for your like experience coming in as a community college student. To get into like the tangible resources, we have drop-in hours. So drop-in hours are for our different partners. We had another counselor from honors. We had financial wellness. We had CAPS come in. So many different partnerships like that. Now that we're online, we're really active on social media. So the Transfer Center has an Instagram, and we have a Facebook page, but we also have a Facebook group that we moderate, and that can be a little confusing for incoming students. So our page is basically where we post where our event is going to happen or how we're hosting it, the Zoom link. But our group is UCLA Transfers, and that's a page that is for the community to post whatever they want. There's so many questions right now of like financial aid or like housing, like what's going on? And folks will answer your question there. I believe it's first year that is going to build a Bruin commuter space, a place where microwaves are available, a place to nap, like because of just the traveling in Los Angeles in general.
There was this event. It was like Zoom info session about housing search, and that really helped. And now I got to know where and off campus that I can live that is decent distance and also pricing too.
I personally love being called a transfer because I love my college, but I know a lot of people struggle with their identity as a transfer or just being called one because so many people use it as like an insult.
I mean, first of all, I'm really proud that I'm, made it to here because I heard it's really hard to transfer intercampus. So I'd love to just identify myself as transfer because I am a transfer and I'm really proud of that.
Making friends or keeping relationships is a bit tougher because everyone says like, oh, you make lifelong friends in college, but then you're switching from college to college and so are your friends too.
As a transfer, it's definitely very easy for you to feel like you're a small fish in a very large pond, especially coming from a community college where the size of it is fairly small compared to a four-year university. And also like in university, everything is so fast-paced. And so I would advise to find a student organizations that you really like. You'll definitely find your community and you'll definitely find your family here.
I would definitely say like no matter where you're looking to transfer, look at what the college did this year in like response to the pandemic, in response to the Black Lives Matter movement, in response to like everything that's currently going on right now. See how they handled it, because like you might love the name and you might love the status that goes with the name, but you might not, your values and morals might not align with what the school has been doing.
I will also say to utilize your 2 years or like a very short while here in UCLA by understanding UCLA's strength, which is, well, for me, I understand that it's the #1 public school in the nation, and it's very known for its research. That's why I got into be part of the research team right now.
Right now, you need to think about when is your study abroad going to happen? When is your scholarships deadlines? When are you, etc. Like all these, when are you going to do research? So many things to consider once you come into UCLA that you do have to think of right now. And it seems like, 2 years, right? No, it goes by like that.